In the previous class, we have studied about the physical and chemical changes. The physical changes are the changes which can be reversed, means they are reversible. Chemical changes are irreversible changes which cannot be reversed, means we cannot get the primary things back, like rusting of iron and cooking of food. These are chemical changes, whereas physical changes are the changes which can be reversed, like if there is any changes in the stages of the or states of the substances, like solid to liquid, liquid to gas, that can be reversed, or like folding of paper, or any changes in temperature, pressure. This comes in the changes in that those are physical changes. Okay, and we have studied about what is chemical reaction. Chemical reaction are actually the when two substances react, they produce a new substance. Okay, so if new substance is formed, it means chemical reaction has taken place. If uh, uh, any substance, new substance is formed, the new substance may have different characteristics from its uh, the reactant. Means when we write a chemical reaction, C plus O2, that gives CO2, in which carbon and oxygen, these two these two substances are reactants. These are called reactants, and this is the product of the reaction. Okay, so in chemical reaction, the substances are rearranged. The atoms are actually rearranged. Okay, like H2 plus O2. 2H2O gives 2H2O. 2H2 plus O2 gives 2H2O, in which atoms are arranged. There is just arrangement of atom. This is called chemical reaction. Now, how to identify a chemical reaction has taken place? There are few characteristics of chemical reaction. First is change in color. For an example, when lead oxide is heated, when lead oxide is heated, yellow lead monoxide is formed. Yellow color lead monoxide is formed and oxygen gas is evolved. So in this condition, color change in color, as well as evolution of gas took place. So these two are the characteristics of chemical reaction. Next is change in state. That is also uh, characteristics of chemical reaction if there is change in their state. Okay. Next is formation of precipitate. Precipitate is insoluble substance that remains in the solution, and if that is formed, it means chemical reaction has taken place. Next is change in temperature. There are two types of chemical reaction on the basis of the change in temperature, that we will study in detail in further class. Next is chemical equation. Chemical equation is actually the representation of chemical reaction. How to represent a chemical reaction? Chemical reaction can be represented by two methods. First is by statement in word form, and second is by using symbols, like hydrogen react with oxygen. Hydrogen react with oxygen gives water. This is word equation. Hydrogen react with oxygen to give water. This is word form. Second is hydrogen react with oxygen to give water. This is symbolic equation and this is word equation. Okay, so which is better? This one is better because in this we have to just memorize the symbols and we can write in this. We get many information like how many atoms of hydrogen are reacting, okay, how many molecules of water is formed, and direction of reaction. This arrow sign shows the direction of reaction. These are reactant, this is product, and it makes easy to write the equation. Now next topic is balanced and unbalanced chemical equation. Balanced chemical equation is the equation in which reactant side and product side have same number of atoms. This depends on the law of conservation of mass, that mass can neither be created nor be destroyed. Means we cannot create mass, we cannot neither we can create it nor we can destroy it. So the mass before the reaction will be equal to the mass after the reaction. This is called law of conservation of mass. So according to law of conservation of mass, we have to balance the chemical equation. In chemical equation, number of atom before the reaction should be equals to number of atom after the reaction. Let us take this example. H2. How many atoms are there? 2 and 2. 4 atoms of hydrogen. Similarly, 4 atoms of hydrogen are at right hand side. Oxygen. 2 atoms of oxygen. There also 2 atoms of oxygen. So total left hand side and right hand side are equal. It means LHS is equals to RHS. Therefore it is a balanced chemical equation. If it is not balanced, we have to balance it. We cannot subtract anything, we can just add. If there is like if it is only H2 plus O2, so we can add 2 here, but we cannot subtract 2 from here. Okay. Next topic is types of chemical reaction. Types of chemical reaction. First type is combination reaction. Name itself suggests that two atoms are combining. If atoms are combining, that type of reaction is called combination reaction. For example, calcium oxide, that is also known as quicklime. You can write its state. React with water. Water is at liquid state. Gives calcium hydroxide, which is also known as slake lime, calcium hydroxide. So in these two are combining and forming a single product. Combination reaction is a reaction in which two or more reactant react and gives a single product. They combine and give single product, that is called combination reaction. Now second type of reaction is decomposition reaction. Decomposition name itself suggests that the compound breaks into two or more product. That is called decomposition reaction. Decomposition reactions are further divided into three parts. First is thermal decomposition. In which heat energy is given to break the reactant to give the product. Second is Second is electrolytic decomposition, in which electricity is passed through the substance to break it into two or more product. Third is photo decomposition. Photo decomposition, in which solar energy is used. Photo, that means it is related to solar energy. If sun's energy is used to decompose any substance, then it is called photo decomposition. It means there are three types of decomposition. First is thermal decomposition, in which substance is heated to break it into two or more product. For example, if calcium carbonate is heated, it gives calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. When calcium carbonate is CaCO3, when it is heated, it gives calcium oxide and carbon dioxide gas is evolved. So this is called thermal decomposition. Second is electrolytic decomposition, in which if electricity is passed through water, if electricity is passed through the water molecule or water, then water molecule split into hydrogen and oxygen. Oxygen is gas, hydrogen is also in gaseous state. Okay, this is called electrolytic decomposition. Third type of decomposition is photo decomposition, where water molecule breaks into 2H2 plus O2 in the presence of sunlight. This reaction takes place during photosynthesis process. One more example of photo decomposition, when silver chloride in presence of sunlight, it splits into silver and chloride. The color of the substance changes. This becomes gray. Earlier it was white and then it becomes gray. This is photo decomposition. Now next type of reaction is displacement reaction. Displacement reaction is the reaction in which more reactive substance displaces less reactive substance from its salt solution. Means the one who is more reactive will displace the less reactive, and their reactivity depends on the reactivity series. Reactivity series is a series of the elements in which elements are arranged according to their it is a on the topmost their highly reactive substances are there, and in middle moderate reactive substances are there, and at last least reactive substances are there. So at the top, potassium, sodium, lithium, calcium, and middle magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, tin, lead, and at the bottom copper, mercury, silver, gold are there. So there is displacement reactions are further of two type. First is just displacement reaction, in which one substance is displaced by other, and second is double displacement, in which both there may be exchange of ions. The first type, single displacement, in which zinc plus copper sulfate gives zinc sulfate and copper gets separated. In this, zinc is more reactive than copper, therefore zinc replaces copper and copper gets separated from its salt solution. Salt solution of copper, it was called salt solution of copper, and copper gets separated due to zinc. Zinc replaced copper and copper gets separated. This is called displacement reaction. Second is double displacement reaction. double displacement reaction, silver nitrate, aqueous solution of silver nitrate and sodium chloride. There will be exchange of ions in it. Now it will form silver chloride and sodium nitrate. So sodium took silver's place and silver took sodium's place. In this, exchange of ion took place. If exchange of ion took place, then it is double displacement. Now next type of reaction is precipitation reaction. Precipitation is the insoluble substance that remains in the solution. Precipitation reaction, the reaction in which insoluble substance is formed that may float on the surface of the solution or may remains in the solution. So that kind of reaction is called precipitation reaction. Any reaction that gives precipitate is called precipitation reaction. For example, barium chloride plus sodium sulfate Na2SO4 gives barium sulfate plus NaCl, sodium chloride. Let us balance this equation. So now barium chloride and sodium sulfate reacts and barium sulfate is formed. Barium sulfate is formed and sodium chloride also formed. Okay. So in this precipitation reaction took place. Precipitate of barium sulfate is formed. Next type of reaction is neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction, that means the reaction in which acid or base neutralizes their effect and forms salt and water. When an acid and base react, it gives salt and water. This type of reaction is called neutralization reaction, in which acid and bases neutralizes each other's effect and gives salt and water. This is called neutralization reaction. Now next reaction is oxidation reaction. Oxidation reaction. Oxidation reaction is a reaction in which one substance gets oxidized. Means oxygen is added to them. Okay, the reaction in which oxygen is added or hydrogen is removed is called oxidation reaction.